Okay, that's enough waiting. What is going on, space pirates? My Chippy Nation people, our old MBI people, everybody that's here, let's run through this real quick like. What's going on, Bud? Rich? Who else is here? Phil, what's up, buddy? There's Rich and Bud again. Maddie C. The 300-pound leprechaun. It's the first time I've seen you. Welcome to the chat. Glad that you're here. And welcome to the stream. Been debating on getting this due to the $50 price tag. This will help the decision. Are you talking about this guy? This guy here? Yeah. We're going to take a look at that, and I actually have some information about this that you guys might be interested in also. If you do get this kit, you may want to hold off building it, and I'll tell you why when we get to it. Hopefully tonight is the third time is the charm. We've had 2 days of dry weather. I just checked my Optimum. I salute Optimum because I pay for 300, and right now I'm only getting 41 over 29, and that is no bueno. I cannot wait till I get my Verizon Fios in this area so I can hook that up, or have the company hook it up, and I will have a much better steady gigabyte signal. Let's see, who else is here? Shu, what's going on, brother? LTC, Chris is here. Let me see, I'm scrolling down still, Sci-Fi Model Shop, what's going on, Ron? And Ken Spriggs, what's up? Raining all day here. We actually had a nice day. Nice past few days. I don't know how long I'm going to go. Hopefully everybody's having a good Labor Day weekend. I worked overtime today, so I look tired. I'm working overtime tomorrow, and I'm working overtime Monday. So let's get a few things out of the way. First, what's going on, Spence? Don't forget the sale on the boards before Top buys them all. Well, that's what we're going to talk about here in a second. Top already commented on my Facebook post. I threw up a little post. We're having a Labor Day weekend sale. We have a code, Labor 2021, and that is, oh my God, I see it's choppy. I think it's choppy. Oh no. I'm going to give up on this, trying to live stream with Optimum. I'm waiting to see if my other thing catches up. Waiting to see if the other thing catches up, because doing a choppy stream sucks. But anyway, we're having the Labor Day sale this weekend. There's 25% off of the Batwing, the Millennium Falcon, and the Bird of Prey. You can use the Labor 2021 code for the Millennium Falcon and the Bird of Prey. That'll take the 25% off. The Batwing has automatic 25% off. That's down to $15. And the unfortunately, if you wanted our original design, designed by Spence over there in the hey Carwin, what's going on? Designed by Spence, who's in the chat right now. That's our original board. Runs on 9 to 12 volts. The first mini board like that for just navigation and strobe. It is reverse power protected, which means if you put your leads on backward, you're not going to blow it up. Just switch your leads and put it back on. But that is sold out. So we're waiting on the next batch now to come in. That went like hotcakes again. So that's the fourth time that mini board has sold out. That is the fourth time they sold out, which is, well, I'm glad it's not choppy there. It was choppy on my end, so hopefully I stay steady. Hopefully they keep going. So if you go to shop.community, why do I keep saying that? Because I have the community on my brain. Shop.hobbylinkinternational.com. You won't see the little board there right now because that's sold out. We take them off the site once they're sold out because we do not take pre-orders on boards. We don't believe in taking your money for a product we don't have in hand. We only sell the product once I have it in hand, and then we'll put it back up on the site and we'll sell them. And then I pack them up and Kelly ships them out. But Kelly's going back to school. She's a teacher, as many of you know. Last year, because she has really bad asthma, she was home teaching or teaching from home her students. So I'm hoping that you know, the shipping still goes smoothly. I'll have to see if maybe the mother-in-law can drop them off during the day or something like that, or I'll have to bring them to work, and while I'm at work during the workday, hopefully be able to swing by a whatchamacallit post office during my lunch, so we'll still get them out on time. That's one of the other things we pride ourselves on, is getting them packed up and shipped out as quickly as possible. Usually they ship in 24 to 48 hours. If you did order anything today, I didn't get home until 4:30, 5 o'clock, so today's orders didn't get packed up. Your orders will not ship until Tuesday because of the holiday here for Labor Day weekend. Monday, the post office is closed, so your boards will go out on Tuesday morning. Kelly will be shipping those out because she's still space. You're killing me, Ken. You're killing me. Hey, what's going on, Jalen? I just saw you. So that's what's going on with the board. So if you want one of the boards right now, we're having the 25% discount. Go grab a board. If you're interested in the little board, that you're going to have to wait on until we get back. I don't know how long it's going to be. It should be relatively soon. We do have another board coming out. And then we have 2 specific boards, which I can't mention what we're doing. But we'll have 2 specific boards coming out also sooner than later. Now I'm trying to think. Oh, later when I do when we unbox this, it's still in the plastic. I haven't opened it up. I wanted to open it up with you guys. Don't mind the black desk. It has resin all over it from me messing with the resin kit. Haven't had time to do much with that either since I'm working. Yeah, Ken, you picked it up. Speaking of that board, anybody here that follows or knows Augie Gonzalez from Interstellar Modeler, the stream's current bit rate is higher than the recommended bit rate. We suggest, okay, just do what you got to do, YouTube. I actually got a little sneak peek at his next build. He should have his video coming up in a couple days, and you will get to see the strobe and navigation board in his. He's doing a kit bash of the Enterprise and a resin kit for the tug, so you'll get to see it in that. Boyd is actually using the board in his E, and he did a whole video on the package, plus he showed you the strobes, and he'll show them more once that's done. And don't forget, speaking of Boyd, he has a new channel, Totally Titanic, so if you haven't checked that out, start checking it out. He's got a lot of great information on the Titanic, and come November 1st, he's going to start doing his Titanic build, so we'll get to follow along with the build. I want to see what he gets as the add-on parts, because Darth Buckman, I don't see him here right now. He's got a ton of add-on parts, so I want to see which ones I want to get, because this guy right here is the Titanic, right in there, all boxed up, all 7,000 feet of it behind me. Yes, Franklin is definitely on the list, Ron. I promise you, the Franklin is on the list. That's the Bassards and stuff like that are a little interesting to do. So actually, the other thing I wanted to do tonight, and sorry about the thumbnail for this, I was lazy today because I got home later. I didn't make a new thumbnail, so it still says Thursday night instead of Saturday, and no big deal. I wanted to do, we're going to have some votes because I want the community's input on a few things, how we're going to do things. Keep it away from any ice. Yes, I'm going to keep that away from the ice. Especially group builds. And I don't know if I did I shut off? I did shut off Streamlabs by accident. I know Streamlabs is up and running in the background, but I need to get to the votes. And I don't know if I made one or not. I might have to. I may have to make the vote thing now, but I want to vote on some group build stuff. I'll take you over to the site for anybody that's new here, and I promise you we'll get to the Voyager soon. In about 5-10 minutes we'll get to that after we ramble on this. I'll show you guys the Voyager, and then we can hopefully everybody sticks around for helping us choose some stuff. Giveaways, betting, polls. Let me see if I put it in here and if they're still here. That one, that one, that one. Military cars and trucks. Okay, I didn't. Okay, I'm gonna set one up here. Sorry about that. This takes me 2 seconds to do. Uh-oh, Kelly's home. Kelly is home. That's my... I follow her and the boy and the mother-in-law on Life 360. This way I know, because my my guy ran into a little trouble with a creeper following him and his friends. So now he's on Life 360, so I know exactly where he is at all times, and it's got an emergency thing on there just in case. Okay, so that's done. That is done. Let me see. And sorry, actually, this is going to get a little easier. I got to figure out how to do it. For you guys that use OBS, that always goes down well. That's a good one. For you guys that use OBS, there was supposed to be an update where, like, I have to look at the YouTube studio to see what you guys are chatting about. There's supposed to be an update where we can see the chat in OBS, so we could just keep OBS open without having both of them open to see what's going on. So once I figure that out, I'll let you guys know. So this way, if you use OBS, you can do that too. Top, I seen Top on, Top was on Facebook. He answered my thing pretty quick, so I don't know where he is. When you build the Titanic, there are multiple options for the waterline. On the big 200 scale one? I did not know that. Hey, what's going on, Bob? Good to see you. Phil got the 72nd scale NASA space shuttle. Somebody else just said they got that too. Ken Zimmerman. Well, these days we have no choice on... Mine says there's no new updates, but I watch a guy on YouTube that talks about all this stuff. I can't remember his name, but he just showed it, and in the back end, like if you ever use Twitch, you can sign in, link both YouTube and Twitch together, so you can just hit sign in. It's supposed to be like that for YouTube now. They're coming out with more and more stuff. So, hey, what's going on, Jack? Waterline above the ship. So once I figure that out and see if it's when it's working or if that's the next update coming out, I'll let you guys know. So we do well, you guys are killing me. I keep reading stuff and keep laughing. We do the Model of the Year contest, which actually isn't going very, very well. We're not getting a lot of whatchamacallit, entries this year. But the first question I'm going to ask you guys, and some of you been here and you know how this works, I'm going to start a poll. And the first poll I'm going to ask, and we'll do this after this poll, we'll do the Voyager, and then we'll do a few more polls after that. What I want to do is I want to change the name of the HobbyLink International Model of the Year contest to the annual Chippy Awards contest, and that's more in line with HLI and you guys that come over to the site and build models and stuff like that. And then once we go from there, then later on we'll have another poll about what entries we want in the contest. So I want you guys to be involved also in decisions on the site. I like your input because it helps me decide which way we're going to do things. Like, you guys easily help me decide on the annual Star Wars group build. Everybody loved that, so that one's coming back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the poll, and it should show up in the front end. Yes, you do, Ron. Okay, a poll has been open for Change Modi to Annual Chippy Awards. Use exclamation point vote, and then the it looks like a less than or greater than sign, exclamation point. Yes, I'm going to try it, and I'll let you know if this is the right way. Well, you got to put the exclamation point, the vote, and I'm going to see, because usually it doesn't have the little greater than or less than symbol in there. I want to see if that pops up in the back. It might be just a space. It could possibly be just a space instead of, and the stupid, well, I guess I couldn't do that. Okay, exclamation point, vote, space, exclamation point, yes. There's always, let me see if that one works. If not, we'll take up a tally and we'll see, why is the, sometimes I hate Streamlabs. Okay, there's one vote. All right, so that's how you do it. Either mine or Bob's worked. Now I don't know who's worked. No maybes. This is serious now. I need your help. Jalen's messing with me. I'm gonna see which. Now I'm not gonna know which one works because everybody's doing it a different way. Okay, now there's 5 votes. It looks like in the back end it's exclamation point vote space exclamation point yes. 6 votes. Got 6 votes. So we'll let this run for about 5 minutes. Once we get this vote in, we'll look at this guy. 7 votes. So far it's 7-0. 7-0. If you're here and you're new, don't be shy. Get in the chat. The guys are cool. Even though we had a couple new guys jump in tonight, which was awesome. Say hello. Like herding cats can. I'm trying to herd a little kitten outside. I don't want him to all his family's getting wrecked by the cars out there, but he's being a good boy and staying on the side of the house and in the front. I've been feeding him. So 300-pound leprechaun. I think it's with the space. Yes, that's the one that's working. So 13 votes to nothing. I'm gonna say that is going to be the winner. 13 out of 17 people voted. So look at this. I got a little notebook. This way I can keep down all the votes tonight. So it's official. I wish I had a gavel to slam down. Ducks. We get a lot of geese here, and it was weird. In Staten Island, we have a lot of wild turkeys on Staten Island, which is crazy, running all around, and they chase people. LTC, the chippies remind me of the Dundies from The Office. Okay, so vote number 1, we are going to change. So this is officially the last year of the HobbyLink International Model of the Year Awards. We're going to change it to the annual Chippy Awards. So this way we stick with our annual Chippy Awards. Now the next thing with that, I'm not taking a vote, but since we voted on that, then I'm definitely going to change up the awards. Instead of the big tower of crystal, I'm going to see if I can get the custom glass awards with Chippy etched into it, and then your name, your model, and the year on there. So it'll actually be more of HobbyLink International than just, I mean, those other ones are beautiful, but since we're going to the annual Chippy Awards, we'll see if we can get awards made with Chippy on there. So this is it. I'll shake the table. Done. We have decided as a group, 13 out of 17 of us, they are now the annual Chippy Awards starting January 1st. Thank you guys for your help on that, and as promised, we will now do the Star Trek Voyager, and then we'll do some more voting after that. Chip chip chirray. Now I'm gonna have to move my computer over here, so I got to do a little finagling. I got to do a little. One more needs to be 2 chippies mating for the model that was the most foobar of the year. Yo, those chinchillas mate like rabbits. My brother's chinchillas, he's actually had to find good homes for a few of his chins. They got out of the cage and did their business, and then she had the babies. Ooh, don't knock down the camera, Kenny. Don't knock down the camera. That's not a good thing. All right, now you're probably going to see me. I'm going to switch over to the down view on this, and it's going to be upside down for a second. I'm going to be upside down. Hi, upside. Oh, I'm falling. That should be the right way. Okay. I should have enough room over here. Now this is my first look at this kit. I'm sure some of you have seen it. I've seen it on just reviews, but I haven't actually opened up this kit yet. Let me bring this microphone just a little bit closer so we can hear each other. So you can hear me. Sell them on HLI Live Chippy. We got live chippies for you. We'll bronze them. So, now we have, and hopefully I may have to shut autofocus off if it decides it's going to go crazy. I'm trying to figure out which light that is. Okay, hold on, guys. I see the glare over here. We'll see if that goes away once I take off the paper or the plastic. So it's the special clear edition. I got the clear one, injected in clear plastic for custom lighting, the polar lights, Captain Janeway, and they got the nice rendering, or actually the model kit up front. On the side, they got another picture of the ship. They got a saying from Janeway over here. And then on this side, we got more ship pictures, actual pictures of the ship from the show, and a picture of the decals on that side. And the other side is the same picture. On the back, it tells you it's got 58 parts in it. It's 13.5 inches long. It looks like it comes with the standard base, complete decal placement guide, authentic landing gear and details. Oh, that's cool. It's got the landing gear on there. That's nice. And it's the USS Voyager Intrepid class starship. And you can go to StarTrek.com, round 2 models, collector model. I'm not promoting them, but I go to, I picked this up at Mega Hobby. I shop almost exclusively at Mega Hobby. I do Hobby Link, L-I-N-C, too, just because I get points there. And you earn enough points and you get a couple bucks off. It's not a lot, but it's better than nothing. Sometimes it you know, lessens my shipping costs. But that's where I get that stuff from. I got to email Gio this week from Blackheart Models to see if he wants to sponsor either the Halloween or Christmas show. We are that's another thing. If you notice up top, we are no longer sponsored by Sabo Miniatures, and that is not because of any type of falling out or anything like that. Brett left the company. He's no longer with the company. So I don't know the people there, and he didn't put me in touch with them. So Sabo Miniatures is no longer going to be rolling at the top. I miss my buddy Hobby Mike from NY3D Creations. He's here sometimes. Must be busy. All right, let me take that off. And we'll break into this guy. TOS. This, my friends, and I know it's going to start fights in here. This is my favorite ship. I think this is the best ship in the Star Trek galaxy. Sorry. It is. I don't know why I like this ship. I just really like this ship a lot. I do love the other ships, but this one's my favorite. Okay, just regular cardboard box. The first thing piled in there are the decals. We will take them out of the plastic. Put that over there. We have the instruction sheet. Let us shut off my Law and Order. Otherwise, that's going to keep going. There it goes again. I'm going to keep getting messages, and you're going to have to keep listening to Dung Dung. Then we got the round base. I think it's got to be the 7-inch base. And you got the pole that's got the hole through there. That's not big enough for my wiring because I always run the wires down the pole into the base because I always put my boards in the base. We got clear parts. We'll open these up a little bit later. And then we got the ship. That's a nice size. I still like the bigger one better, but this is a nice one. I'll bring the camera down in a second, so we'll take this out, and then we'll open the bag, and then we'll look at this stuff over here. Oh, you know what? Before we look at that, let's look at the other side of the box, and then we'll open that up. All right, so this side of the box has the color call-outs in a language that I don't speak. It's got it painted up over here. Another inside picture here, and then our color callouts over here. From what I understand and listen to, you know, certain modelers that build these and look at the color codes, a lot of the color codes are not spot on for the ships. Like I'm good friends with Jason Marshall, and he does a lot of Star Trek ships, and he mixes his own paints, and you know, he wasn't happy with the color codes on some of these kits. So if you're into it, get your colors right. Voyager only looks good if taken over by the Borg. Yeah. What would you know? If I do, it's sad that Kenny had to mention now. Oh boy. If I miss anything in here, just hold your questions until I get back on camera, because I'm looking at this so I can't really see the chat. And we'll get over to the kit now. I'm going to open up the bag first, and then we'll do the main saucer section next. And Bud brought up a good point, and that's the first thing I'm going to say about this kit, is it is not clear. That is a little misleading on the label itself. I guess it's translucent. It looks like glow-in-the-dark stuff. I was talking to Spence, who I guess he had a clear D or something like that, one of the clear models. That clear is a lot more fragile. This feels like actual styrene plastic. And no, that's the first thing. It's not clear. The E that Boyd is doing, I think, is the same stuff as this, so the lighting will go through. I'll get my flashlight out and we'll put it up and we'll see how well that goes through. But let's bring this camera down a bit. All right. Well, first off, I'm not used to looking at the Voyager this small in 1/1000 scale. She's tiny compared to what's the other one, 6'3" something. I don't remember the scale of it, but it's a nice size ship. External backward design Voyager, specifically deckhouse blue, but turned into light gray due to filming exposure, post-process, etc. Oh, very cool. Yeah, true clear plastic is a lot more brittle. This actually just feels like regular styrene, so they should have put translucent on there, not clear, because a lot of people are going to think clear, but enough people are seeing. I mean, it's no big deal. We'll still get the lighting through it. So we got the warp nacelles here. I mean, this is tiny, but I don't know if you're going to be able to pick it up because of how tiny it is. But they got really nice detail here. I can feel the raised. This would be the strobe on the back and the strobe on the front. Now that's tiny. That is going to be, if we light these up, that's going to be some serious small fiber optic in there for those lights. The HLI FX 001A board would work on this if you just want general strobes and navs. Just saying. You got the hangar bay here. They actually, I'm trying to get that in there so you can see. They actually have the lines in there, really tiny lines. Really, that looks like, is that the deflector dish? I think that might be the deflector dish. It's just so tiny. Let me move this. But then why do opaque alongside? I don't know. I don't know. Could have went with just the one kit. This would have been fine. But yeah, I think that's the deflector. That is really, really tiny. But they got nice detail. It's not raised detail. It's all etched, engraved detail. Here is the side of the secondary hulls. You got all, I'm hoping you can see this. You got your little windows here. And now, going back to Boyd doing the E, I'm pretty sure it's close to the same plastic like this. I'm going to use the same technique he did because these windows are so tiny. I think I'm going to just paint over it and then get a sharpened toothpick or something like that and scratch the paint out of the windows like he did. Scratch it a little out. And he had them come up really well, because to use a really small drill or file is going to mess these up. So I think Boyd is absolutely 1,000,000% on how he did that one. Then you got sensor arrays on the side here. Again, sensor arrays on the side. I'm really going to need my Opti visors with these. More windows. More windows. Crisp detail throughout, which is really nice. So that's one sprue. It's only it's only 3 sprues. 2 in the translucent, the clear parts, and also the upper and lower hull. That is not the deflector shield. You know what this little piece is? It's in the little nose of the ship. So that's what that little guy is. And man, they got some, I don't think you can see that. They got some really small detail in there. That is crazy. You're definitely going to need Opti visors if you don't have good eyes, because I do not have good eyes at all anymore. I used to have good eyes. So that's that sprue. We'll look at the sprue with the neck, the tail of the ship, and the underbelly of the, I guess the engineering section we'll call it. And again, you got down here, same type of plastic. You got all your windows down here. More detail on the bottom. This looks like it actually may have a little more detail than the bigger ship, which is nice. You got the aft end here again. Where the navs would be is nice. It's all raised where the navs and strobes would be. So if you mark those off and sand them down, they're perfect placement. I don't have to guess where they are on there. So I really like that. That's a nice job. The spine of the ship here, that actually looks better than the bigger version of the ship, and it's got all the little, I don't know if that's a sensor array or other type of computer stuff on the back. I'm just going to call it a sensor array on the back. But again, this is empty, just like on the big ship. That actually should have, I'm pretty sure that's has a door of some type there, with the aftermarket PE set will correct that for the bigger ship. So the spine looks really good. There's no flash or anything like that. Really, really clean. Then you got we'll get over here. We got the landing gear, and it's got those little robotic feet that it used. I definitely won't be using the feet. I'm not going to put it in the landed position. I'm going to have it in flight mode, and then there we go. There's the deflector dish would be in there. We'll see what the clear part. Yeah, they got the clear part in there. I'm hoping you guys can see the detail in here too. Like I said, I'm going to take my flashlight when we get to the saucer, and we'll see how well the light comes through. Hey, Top, what's going on? So it's got the engraved lines on the underbelly too over here, which is nice. It's very nice for the scale. So for those of us that don't have a lot of room, it's a good kit to put up on your shelf. If you like the Voyager, I'm definitely going to get another one of these, because I want a couple in the stash, because like I said, this is my favorite ship. I'm really hoping that they retool the bigger version. I still have a bigger version. For all that's been following me for a while, you know I started a Voyager. Unfortunately, I gave it too many brake fluid baths, and I melted that sucker. So I do have a second one that I haven't touched yet. But now that we got the shop, and hopefully the shop will be done one day, we'll be able to do both of them. But this will be easier for me to display too. Even though I got the shop, there's always a finite amount of room. We'll go through the directions real quick after, because they're not directions are directions to me. We'll see if they're clearly printed, if they look, if they're nicely done up, easy to read and stuff like that. That's all I care about in the directions. Well, I do care that the directions are put in the correct order with no mistakes, and they don't make it hard for us to see where things go, because some companies, their directions are garbage. Polar Lights usually has very, very good directions. All right, here's the clear parts. Nice and clear. No, absolutely not a bit of flash on any of this. So you got what do we got? We got the deflector shield here. If you can see that I guess use to me a clear blue on here. This is looking really, really nice. I can feel all the detail in there, which is nice. This mine actually has a little chip right here. Oh no, never mind. That's not a chip. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Polar Lights. That's not a chip. That's actually where it would mate up with the other piece, so you align it right. So my bad, Polar Lights. Corrected myself real quick. You got more windows here. I'm assuming for the bridge. Yeah, that's going to be the bridge. I'll show you where those go. Those are the two main windows that we see when the ship is coming directly for us. And then this is probably the underneath one. Yes, that's the one underneath. So that's pretty cool that they molded those in instead of just molding it onto the kit itself. That's nice. I'm not sure what these pieces are for without looking at the directions. These clear pieces here, these clear pieces here, they possibly could be for strobes or navs. I'm not sure, but we'll look. I'm going to look for these clear pieces in the directions. The chiller grills, very nice. Again, you can feel the detail on these. So I'm pretty impressed with this kit. It's very nice for the size. But again, Polar Lights, if you're listening to not just me, but all of us Star Trek fans, we would love to see you take this new design of yours and blow it up to the same scale as the old, what was it, Monogram kit? And Revell had it too. If you could, we would love you forever, and we will buy them. So that's nice. The clear parts are very, very nice. So off to the lower. We'll do the lower first, and then we'll throw some lights in it. All right. For stupidos like me, there's a big number 2 in it, so we know the bottom. Oh, there's the same as the original one. I'm trying to get out of the light. I don't know why the light's not doing so well, but there's the Delta Flyer etched in there like the original kit. Then you got your windows around, sensors. I don't know if those are pod bay doors or shoving somebody out an airlock over there. It's got the same pattern as the original one, so mine has a little. That's the injector pin right there. You can see the injector pin marks, injector pin marks, all the injector pin marks over here. They did not come through, so that's a good thing, but all right. You can see that right there. You see the more white right there. The injector pin really stressed out the edge here and here. And actually this injector pin is very close to the edge detail here and may have messed it up a little bit. I won't find out until I prime and paint that. But yeah, that injector pin really slammed onto there and left a good mark in that. It's still flat. It just feels like it might have messed up the detail there. There is some other raised detail over here, which is pretty cool. And there's another one there. So I'm kind of disappointed in that. You know, I guess the guys at Polar Lights really have no control over how hard or soft the injector pin. I guess that's the company that in China that sets up the pressure for these things, or however it works. And you got the phaser arrays around the side. Very nice. And let's go to the top section. You know what? I know what I'm going to do. Hold on one second. Stare at the top section for a second. I want to do something. I didn't even think about it to move my studio lights a little bit for more lighting. So here's the top section. The usual detail up on top of the bridge here. That looks exactly like the old one. I will not, like the old one, shave this off. Life pods all around the ship are life pods. Little where they took it off the original gate. Just got to take that off carefully. Very nice phaser arrays over here. You have the sensor array up front. And then that little piece where I'm an idiot, thought it was the big deflector dish, goes right there. Oh, nice. You know what I noticed? Okay. If you guys ever did the bigger ship, these 3 windows and these 3 windows, if you can see them, I don't think you're going to be able to see them just because of the color of it. These 3 windows and these 3 windows were not on the original ship, and you had to cut them in if you wanted to. So they put that detail in there. That's a good deal. They got the life pods here. Actually, the slope here looks more correct than the original ship. The original ship was a little off on when you put your windows in here too. So that was that's a good deal. Okay, the one thing that I do know, that I knew about this kit beforehand, and this I don't like, the windows that go, get my big fat mitts out of here. Oh, there's Kelly was here. I did not know Kelly was here. My wife was watching, making fun of me probably while I'm doing the live show. But the windows that go in here, 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 they are going to be decals, which is meh to me that they're going to be decals. Some people don't mind it. I wish they would have put the detail that they did in the little windows. They could have done the detail here. Maybe it's a little bit harder on the injection process to get those windows in there, but these are definitely going to be decals. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but it's also excuse me, not the greatest thing either. So now the other thing that I do know, I wonder if she's making dinner. Hey Kelly, did anybody ask her if she's making dinner? I didn't ask because I don't want to get in trouble. I don't. Okay, this isn't. Go together, young lady. Okay, now the other thing is that actually fit together pretty well over here. A little sanding on the gap, and again, I'm going to have to use my OptiVisors over here. I think that's one of the thrusters over there or something. That'll have to be cleaned up. But the other thing that I do know, and again, I'm so sorry, the color of it is so hard to see. From here to here is supposed to be the sensor arrays, and that's one set. Let me find it. I'm trying to run my finger down it. And from here to here is the other sensor array, and on the front here to here, and also on the other side. That's all supposed to be sensor arrays. Those are going to be decals too. That is definitely not going to match the nice raised detail over here, and it's not going to match the on the spine, the raised detail like that. So that's a little bit of a bummer too, that's going to be a decal. It's going to look very flat. I wish they would have made pieces that would have fit in there. That would have been really, really nice. So let's move over to the last couple things here, and then I'm going to come back to this specific part in a minute, and I'll let you know a bit of information about that. Like I said, I'm not going to take the dome out. Everybody knows the dome. I like these bases, but when I will get back to building here eventually, all my bases I make out of black acrylic. I like black acrylic bases that are a little bit higher with a acrylic case over the top. And I'll be making, I used to order mine, but now that we have the shop, I'm going to be making my own acrylic cases, and I'll show you those once we get to doing that. Hey, what's going on, Boyd? Good to see you. Then we got the directions over yonder. I'll just flip through these really quick because, like I said, Polar Lights usually does a very nice job. There's my gal, Janeway. Captain Janeway. Gives you general assembly and a whole bunch of different languages. And then you go through, that's not for your landing gear. That's for your nacelles over here. It's not a lot of steps, and it's pretty straightforward. And like I said before, those notches, hopefully you can see this, the notches that I thought were bad things are not. That's to slide and guide into there, which is pretty cool. Okay, some of the clear parts, like I said, I was going to look for before. That's part 110. That's looking like the photon torpedoes, which is pretty cool. that's the glass part that I said that's going to go up in the main bridge area up top and underneath. So we're up to 8 steps. This is one of the ones that I don't like though. For some reason I like booklet form better, but this doesn't bother me right now. But it'll bother me when I'm building that it's just, oh my god, I almost fell over. This is going to bother me when I'm building because I don't like the sheet all the way out like this. I can fold it over, I just like having the booklet. So it's basic 8 steps, 9 steps throwing the feet on. We got the spine. Rear torpedo launchers are going to be clear, which is nice. That makes things a lot easier to do. And then snapping in the warp nacelles and throwing it on the base. So that's, what was it, a whopping 12 steps. So it's not a huge build. And then you have the huge, and I mean huge, decal set. Beginner modelers may not choose to not apply the smaller decals, if I can try to read tonight. But there is, if you can see this, there are tons and tons and tons and tons of decals. The smaller decals, number 6, I can tell you right now, those are lifeboats, number 6. There's going to be tons and tons of lifeboats on here. And tiny little decals here, little 51s all down. Those were the numbers down the side. So that's really nice. Great job on the directions as usual. Polar Lights, I never have a complaint about their directions. They always do really well on those. So let's open up the decals, and then I'll get back to the saucer in a second. Let's try not to. I cut it. I knew I was going to cut it. I got to get a new one. Doesn't matter. My computer sits on that anyhow. I want to save that one to the side. Now we got the protective film over here. Now that's a lot of decals, my friends. That is a ton. Is that? I can't tell. Okay, it's not upside down. Good. You got your window decals. Well, I actually like what they did with the decals for the windows. You have blacked out ones and you have ones with white on them for if you want them lit or dark. Then you have the nose decal, the aft decal. Actually, you don't even have to paint up the shuttle bay. They have a decal for the shuttle bay right there. Let me get the shiny light off there so you can actually put that on if you don't want to paint it up. That makes it a lot easier. Here's the sensor arrays I was talking about. I mean, they're nice. They got a lot of detail in them. The only unfortunate part is they're not raised. And then you got all the lifeboats, all the little markings over here, and then a ton of the little numbers. I remember because I got the JT graphic decals for my big Voyager, and it had all these little numbers. The registry is beautiful. The markings are really nice here. I tell you what, these decals are nice. They don't feel thick at all. It looks like they got a nice top coat on them too to seal them in there. These look pretty thin. I'm just looking at the registry. The registry, I don't know, I'm trying to get a shine on it so you can see that they're not thick, and they're actually well cut, really close. There's no overhang on the film at all. So when you put these down, you know, put your gloss coat, put this down, gloss coat it again, all that little bit of film on there is going to disappear. I remember when decals had that big old piece of film around there and you'd have to try to cut it down. That's really, really nice. Again, nice job, Polar Lights. So that's a sweet decal set. I'll get frustrated. That'll take me a couple days to do because I'll probably do the lifeboats one day, do these little guys that are going to make me blind another day, and all that good stuff. So those decals are sweet. Right now, this is very well worth the money to me, and I will probably pick another one up or ask Kelly to put it on my Christmas list. All right, let me turn on the phone. Let me get my flashlight out. And then, since Boyd's here, like I said, if you haven't watched his build, check out the e-build, because he painted it and just scratched the windows out, basically. You know, even with the tip of maybe a dull X-Acto, you can get in there and get those out, instead of trying to... You try to drill these windows out, you're in trouble. You're going to ruin your kit. Don't drill them out. Just go watch Boyd and do what he did. He's got an excellent method. So you can see right there, the light is coming through fine. There's no problem with light coming through this. I know it's gonna just blur out, but I have the camera flashlight on here. I wish you could see what I see. Like, I could definitely see the definition of the windows. So once the light is put in there, that'll come through, no problem. So it didn't have to be clear. The plastic, I'm telling you, it reminds me of glow-in-the-dark plastic for some reason. But once you scratch those windows out, it'll look really good and lit up. So that is that. Now, back to this top part. As many of you know, I am, overall looks like a nice kit, would make nice... Yeah, definitely would. I'm definitely going to buy at least one more of these. I'm going to buy the clear one again. It makes it easier for lighting. I will not buy the, I don't know if it's solid gray or not, but I'm definitely not going to buy that one, because if I'm going to do it, I'm going to light it again. As a lot of you know, I'm friends with Eugene. How you doing? I would prefer to put my effort into a larger kit than a greater presence. Every model has its challenges. The Revell kit is no different. Not trash the older kit. I'm not trashing the older kit at all. I love the older kit. It just has inaccuracies you got to deal with that can be fixed. So nobody's bashing the older kit. I just wish they would make this one into that. I love the Voyager. Everybody here in the chat could tell you favorite ship. What's Kenny Conklin's favorite ship? Star Trek Voyager. But anyway, yes, this is a nice ship. The bigger one's a nice ship. I'm definitely going to do that again at some point without melting my whole ship in a bath of brake fluid. That was bad. But I keep going away from what I was talking about. As you guys know, I'm friends with Lucas and Susanna from Green Strawberry. I'm always talking to them. You know, they check up on me about the family. I check up on them about their family. They're sending me over some kits for review. So we got to talking about this guy, and I had mentioned the windows and the sensor arrays, and right now they have this guy on the table, I guess, taking measurements and doing all that other good stuff. So there should be an upgrade set coming from Green Strawberry for this kit, probably PE. I don't know if they're going to make these PE or do resin in here, but they're definitely working on it, and something should be coming for this kit to enhance it even more. If you do have the bigger kit, they have a lot of stuff for that Voyager too, which I'm gonna end up buying and putting in the stash for when I get to the bigger kit, because I want that beauty somewhere in here. I'll probably have it displayed over here this way every time I get on camera. Can do it. They tried a few different types of clear plastic on the early kits. Some were brittle. The clear DS9 kit isn't brittle at all, so there's something that works. Yes, this feels nice. This doesn't feel like the clear plastic that you're talking about. Like on the, I guess it was the D2 had more of a brittle plastic. This one just feels like regular styrene, and that I'm putting, you know, my oily hands all over. So this is definitely gonna have to get cleaned up. I love it. I love the little guy. I love the big guy. Definitely picking up another one of these. So kudos to round 2 for another good job on another ship. I was laughing actually let me flip this camera up. You don't need to see me unbox this, and I'm gonna be mad close, I know it. Oh, and I'm not upside down. I was laughing watching Jamie Hood on the live show the other day. He didn't look comfortable. He didn't look comfortable at all. But you could tell, and he said it himself, that he's not a car guy. And when he got to the science fiction part, the Razor Crest and what else? The Grissom that he was showing, you can see his eyes light up like, yeah, sci-fi is his thing. But, you know, they deal in cars and all sorts of stuff, so he was pretty excited about the kits. I'm very excited about the kits. Like I said, I would love to see this repopped not repopped or upscaled to a bigger ship. But this is great for those of you that don't have a lot of shelf room. If anybody has extra dome bases they want, I'll take them. Boyd, I think this is the 7-inch one comes with this. I'll mail it out to you. I'm not gonna. I don't use the dome bases. I build my own bases, so I'll ship that out to you, buddy. That's one. I'll see if I have any others. If I have any others, I'll look and see, and then I'll ship those out to you too, because I don't use them. Like I said, I build usually custom bases, either out of wood or whatchamacallit, acrylic bases. Yeah, they're all yours. They're all yours, my friend. I will ship them out. So, if you weren't here at the beginning of the show, this is a very nice kit. That's not what I'm going to talk about, though. We've decided as a community we are going to change up. You're very welcome, Boyd. We're going to change up. It was a community vote. Community voted 13 to nothing. That I hate putting boxes back because I can never get it in. This is the last year of the HLI Model of the Year contest. Well, hold your horses. It's not totally going away. What we decided is we're actually going to change the name from the HLI Model of the Year contest to the annual Chippy Awards. This way it's more HLI. Round 2 and others missed the opportunity to make a kit that's totally complete. Yeah, there's going to be mods to it. Definitely going to be mods to it. But it's nice. It has more detail than the big one. The big one, like I said, is perfectly fine. You can make that one look. That thing is not a turd at all. I like that kit, and you can do a lot with it, especially since it's bigger. This one you'll be able to fit the lighting, and there's going to be plenty of room in the saucer. It's going to be a little tough getting the lighting in the nacelles and stuff, but it can be done. I know you guys can do it. I have faith in all of you. But yes, so we're changing up the HobbyLink International Model of the Year Awards to, they are now going to be the annual Chippy Awards. We're going to try to, everything revolves around the Tri-Wizard Modelers Cup. Yes. Yes, indeed. Yes, the contest definitely is not going away, Boyd. We're just going to change the name to keep it more in line with our little mascot. Over here, if you've seen HobbyLink International, if you look in the description below, we still sell these sweatshirts, long sleeve shirts, short sleeve shirts, and mugs. Those are the only 4 things I put up there. I got rid of the rest. Just had people are loud outside walking by. Just had too much stuff on there. I have a bad habit of doing that. I put too much stuff out there, and then I take it. I have to take it back because I put too much stuff out there. Now, the next thing, I'm going to go into the back end, and this one's an important one that I want you guys to vote on too. And I think you guys know how I feel about this one. I'm going to somebody at my front door. Don't think so. This one is going to be. Hold on, I'm going to do it again. GB means group build. Watching me type. And like I said, Boyd, you weren't here before. What we're going to do is I'm changing that big tower crystal, and I'm going to find a place that can custom etch Chippy into awards. This way it's all about the community and you guys. And I like doing this, getting your guys' opinions, and having you have a say in the community and what goes on, because it's not about me, it's about all of us, my dears. And okay, so it's going to be the same thing as before. It's going to be, actually it's exclamation point vote space, then exclamation point yes or exclamation point no, whatever you want to vote on. But I'm going to put the vote up now, and then I'll explain what the vote is if I can find it in the back here. Okay, start poll. I'm going to jump up in front. It's going to pop up in a second. What I want to do is, since almost all, I would say 99.999% of the builders are entries are from HLI members. I want to change how entries are done, so it's kind of truly the Chippy Annual Awards, because what I want to do, and I want to see if you guys want to do the same thing, we'll hold 5 or 6 group builds during the year. Stop with the maybe, bud. I'm going to kick your butt, man. We know each other too long. But I want to just do like 5 or 6 group builds for the year, and everybody that has finished their group builds by the end of, say, we'll start in 2022, by December 25th or whatever the end date is, all those group build entries get put into the annual Chippy Awards. So that's what we'll go by for who wins first, second, and third prize, instead of having, you know, just random people putting it in. Sometimes we get random people put it in and they say they built it this year, and I can't tell if they did or didn't, you know, if they don't post progress pictures and stuff like that. So I figured, we know we're building throughout the year, so it'll really be the annual group build, or the annual awards, and we'll keep it that way. Whatever you build for the group builds gets automatically put into the annual awards, and we'll have the winners from that. So I see a lot of yeses. We'll let this vote for Pedro. I see Pedro every year going down to Florida and coming back up from Florida. I know I'm getting closer to North Carolina once I start getting towards Chippy. Vote more space loot. You got plenty of space loot, my friend. I'm gonna look in the back. We only got 9 votes. We got a lot of people here. Like I said, if you're new here, don't be shy. There's a lot of cool guys in there. Oh wow, surprised. One person voted no. I thought that'd be 100% like the last one. So we got 13 to 1 so far. We'll let this run for like 5 minutes like we did before. We got plenty of people. Don't be shy. Even if you just vote and your name shows up, that's fine. You don't have to talk, you can listen, but these guys are cool in here. Almost everybody has a YouTube channel in here. Go check them out. Historically, from Airfix, Erdl, NPC, Polaroids, to me, Bandai, and so on, there's never a kit that doesn't need modifying. I don't think there's never going to be a perfect kit, and there's never going to be a perfect build. That's the great thing about modeling. You know, we use our imagination. People have different takes on it. It's like I was talking about not too long ago. A few years ago when I was running my Halloween group build and Boyd was running his, the big thing one year was Michael Myers. I think like 6 of us all built Michael Myers at the same time. And then the next year we ran it, the Grim Reaper kit came out, and there was like 6 or 7 Grim Reapers or something like that between everybody in the group builds, which is cool. You're never going to find a perfect kit, perfect directions. It's not meant to be a perfect hobby. Nothing's unfortunately perfect. And I think the world wouldn't be such a good place if everything was perfect. We need a little imperfection now and then, especially in our model kits. Keeps our minds working. If it was perfect, you know, what fun is it to build if I just got to put it perfectly together, not use my brain to figure something out. I like it like that. I like it like that. Let's pop back in here and see. We got a 14 to 1 so far with 4 minutes. We'll let it run one more minute, and so far the group builds are winning. I mean, we got plenty of guys in the group builds, and the Chippy Awards will be fun. I'll get dressed up. I'll put a green screen up. I'll get dressed up in a tux, and we'll do the Chippy Awards at the end of the year. Still on the Pepsi. Yes, that's a good point, Bob. You won't be able to buy a completed kit and just enter it into the build. Plus, I like seeing your guys' builds and stuff like that. So, during the build, what trouble you got into with it, how you came about getting around that, and all that good stuff. So, you know, seeing you guys' builds helps me with my imagination, helps me figure out some stuff. Even though we've all been doing it a long time, there's always something to learn and to do differently. And in 5, 4, that's going to win 15 to 1. So we're going to change it up. And when I do next year's rules, that is what it's going to be. So now we have the annual Chippy Awards, thanks to the community chiming in on that one. And we are going to make it only group build entries will be in the annual thing. So it kind of forces people to build, which I like. I like seeing your builds. Group build, builds, and finale. And for those of you that got here late, if you don't know what I'm doing down here, I actually keep a notebook. This is my modeling notebook. I don't know if you guys do that too. I'm trying to see what I got in here. Speaking of Voyager, this tells you how old this book is. This is Star Trek Models, Sci-Fi Models, Modelers Contests. And the first thing I have in here is actually the USS Voyager. The Voodoo Effects board, which I actually have. Paragraphics Photo Edge, JT, graphics decals, Don's Light and Magic, Need Photo Etch. I had all the prices for everything that was out there. I wrote down what I got and all that other stuff. There's my Kazon torpedo lighting. So yeah, I keep a notebook of things I do and colors if I make colors. I'm not that good at colors because, as a lot of you know, I am actually colorblind. I'm red-green colorblind. So I have a lot of trouble with color. Shades and hues and stuff like that. Doesn't discourage me from building at all. I still build if my colors are a little messed up. I have a reason. But when I have trouble with colors, Kenny's not colorblind. The wife isn't colorblind, so I ask them a lot to, match up a color for me and stuff like that. So don't let anything that hampers your ability to do something hamper you from stopping to do something. It won't, just because I can't see red and green shades and stuff like that. It's not going to stop me from building. And if you're red-green colorblind, you'll know what I mean. It's like a lot of people ask me, how do you see a red and green traffic light? Well, that's red and that's green. Even if I couldn't see them, I'd be able to know the top one was red and the bottom one was green. But the shades and hues of red and green have to be so close that I can't see them. Sometimes I have troubles with violets and blues and purples and stuff like that too. So I got some problems with the eyes. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to wait till probably Wednesday night, and unless you guys want to do a few more votes. Okay. Annual Star Wars group build. Okay. How I want to break it down for the group builds is we're definitely going to have an annual Star Wars group build, I think. You know what? Here, start the poll. We're gonna do a bunch of votes. So the poll's gonna start. It's the same yes or no stuff. The Michael Myers diorama building in the year Halloween group build, but can I enter? You can enter anything into the Modi as long as you built it. So the next poll is, are we gonna have an annual Star Wars group build? I know the answer for this. It's the same thing, exclamation point vote, space, exclamation point yes or no. And how I wanna run it is I wanna give every builder an opportunity. Like Star Wars is definitely going to be one, like I said, that did well, but we're going to have I want to have an annual military, civilian, and other ones, but they'll change up year to year. The military one might be tanks one year, planes the next year, and it's all going to be on the community. So I want to do it like that. Open group build. We might have something like that. Mission models paints all the way. I've actually never used mission model paints. Yeah, your bust was awesome. I like turtles. I know that one. I know that one, Spence. I never tried the mission models paint. Isn't the mission models like, I don't want to say a system, but isn't there a special way, or is that another paint that you really got to watch the ratios and stuff on that? I've always been a diehard Tamiya paint guy. Started moving over to, we need no hell yeses and stuff like that. I need the official, hold on Phil, we're getting to that. Real yeses or nos. It's only 5-0. We're not getting that many votes on it. Adam West and Keaton are the only real Batman. This is true. I totally agree with you, Boyd. Keaton was an awesome Batman. All right. So I see, if you guys can help me out a little bit, either yes or no, that would be great. This way we can move on to the next one. And we'll do our thing. I know Star Wars is going to win. The Owner Timber Company, yes. Okay, so actually, let me go in the back end again. Yeah, that's already up to 12 votes. So Star Wars is going to be 1. You know what? How about we're going to do it like this? What I'm thinking is Star Wars is definitely 1. Halloween is definitely 1 because that is just usually a really good one. Now, what I want to do, like I said, Star Trek was slow, so I'm definitely want to put in one for, we'll have an annual military. So these are the ones we'll do. We'll do military. We'll do military. I don't want to do civilian. I want to get more, like, we don't have a lot of car and truck builders on the site, and I want to see more cars and trucks. So maybe we'll do annual cars and trucks, and then each year we can switch that up. Like one year it could be like cars from the 50s or cars from the 70s or something. This way we get, it doesn't have to be one specific car, just this car in that era. The one that I want to do, that we will do, this way it opens, it's more of a general type of, let me come back here because I can't see you. Starbase 13, eggplane group builds is good. We can actually, most of the eggplanes, those are mostly military, right? So actually, if that would fall under the military group builds, one year we can do eggplane group build, and that would be entered in there. The Star Wars and military sounds great. I'll be up for that. Cool. If you guys have, I'm gonna jump over to the site in a little while. The other one that I'm gonna do annually, and this will be just a general one every year, which opens it up to a plethora of builds for you guys, would be the annual TV and movies group build. That opens it up to military builds that you saw in movies, sci-fi builds, cars like Starsky and Hutch or a TJ Hooker car. Just got here. You talking about group builds? Yes, I am, Kenny. How you doing? We're actually switching a few things up, and I'm taking the input of you guys to see what we wanted to do. The HobbyLink International Model of the Year contest is actually ending this year. It's going to be the last time it's called that, and we changed the name to the annual Chippy Awards to go along more with our man Chippy, or our lady Chippy, because Chippy is a girl. Chippy is based actually on a real chinchilla, my brother's female chinchilla, so that's Chippy. Group builds actually now are going to be what's entered into the annual Chippy Awards. So this way we know the person built it during that year, and we know the person built it. So I like the idea of eggplanes. That could be a military one. And then before the end of this year, if you guys, we'll do a special show of just, I'll get like maybe 5 categories for each, and we'll pick them out. But like I was saying about the annual TV and movie ones, that opens it up to like Airwolf, Blue Thunder, Starsky and Hutch, Seaview, anything from horror movies was on TV. It just opens it up to figures, cars, planes, tanks, sci-fi, scratch building stuff. So that one, are you guys down with that one? An annual TV and movie one. This way, if you don't find something in one of the other group builds that you like, you'll have that one, and you can get in there. Should I do a vote on that one? I can set it up real quick. I just got to change the name. Oh, actually, you know what? I actually have that one in the back end. Star poll. There we go. I'll put it up there. This way we get a vote. It'll be the same thing. Vote yes. Vote. Hold on until it pops up. Now you can do vote yes. Vote yes. See, and that's even cool. Like Bob Bruce. I love Bob. Great guy. I know he loves Snoopy. Every day I smile on Facebook when I see Bob post something about Snoopy. Makes my day. Totally makes my day. NASCAR could be in TV. It's anything on TV or in movies. So like I said, even if you've seen a commercial of a McDonald's you liked, and you can scratch build a McDonald's building and just say, hey, it was from this commercial, boom, good to go. So that's basically would be our general group build, but with a theme. But like Bob, he loves Snoopy, so he could put in, he could do the Red Baron and Snoopy if he wanted to, or if you went over to NY3D Creations or any of the 3D printing places, you can, pick up any of the cartoons out there that they have. Popeye, I seen Pickle Rick out there. There's a whole bunch of stuff. See, now even with that you said Tom Daniels, like 1 year in the cars and trucks, we can do a Tom Daniels group build and have people build for that. Did you complete the Enterprise refit? That actually was for yes, that was for my nephew. My brother gave me that kit. I never completed that. I got so frustrated with that kit, with all the sanding and everything. But now listen, you're going to think I'm crazy. That kit was sitting in the heat and stuff, so it got a little warped. I'm missing some pieces to it. So they repopped that kit. I'm going to get the kit again because that was my brother's kit. I think I have one. But I didn't realize that Green Strawberry has a ton of stuff for that kit. So I'm going to get it, and I'm actually going to I'm going to leave the old videos up, but I'm going to restart that build. And I'm going to use the Green Strawberry stuff. Like, I like their windows. The Don's Light and Magic were nice. They were resin and clear. But the Green Strawberry one's photo etched, so it's a lot easier. Dr. Pimple Popper Diorama. If you did that, that's kind of sick, but that would be funny. That would definitely be funny. So yeah, definitely going to get back on that. I don't know if you've been watching the videos or seen any of my videos. We're in the middle of renovations still. Not that you need to know this information, but I need probably about $10,000 or $15,000, and I can finish up the inside of the house and the shop. They cut out overtime on me, so I got lucky this weekend, the holiday weekend. I have, hey Ken, what's going on, brother? Now we have 4 Kens here. We got Kenny May, Ken Zimmerman, Ken Spriggs, and myself. But they cut out the overtime, so the money stopped, and so did the stuff on the inside. So hopefully more overtime comes back and we get everything inside the house done by the end of December, and this will be up and running, and then I can actually get to real builds, because I'm going to build my Halloween build. I don't want to get into anything too intricate, just because let's make you dizzy. Let's make you all dizzy. I got all this here. That's over there. This is all dusty. There's garbage there. That was a fast one. Over on this side, that's going to be more bench, but the door's got to go up there. The inside there still has to be sanded. So there's a lot of work to do in here. And if I start setting everything up and I get into the middle of a build and everything just starts loading up with dust, I'm going to get frustrated, and I don't want to do that. I want to do small stuff like the figure where I can clean him up, put him in something nice, and then he'll be done. But for something bigger, I don't want to do that just yet. But eventually we will get to full builds again. I haven't built, and it frustrates me, I haven't built in 2 years, but for those of you that follow me know, a year ago we got the house. We actually finished signing for the house a year ago, and I always end in October building because we had the corner for our Christmas tree. Looks like my current shop. Yeah, that's it's all. I'm very. I have pictures of it up. I'm very OCD with how my shop will have to be. If you guys ever seen, like, a lot of guys on Facebook or even I think on the site will make fun of me because they're like, your workbench is not a workbench because it's not cluttered. It drives me crazy if I don't have everything in its place once I'm done. I gotta clean my brushes and put them away. I gotta wipe down the table. I gotta put the model kit that I'm not using back in the box. So, oh look, the wife is back. Hello, Kelly. So yeah, my desk has to be cleaned and everything in place and all that other good stuff. So that's, this is like super, super frustrating to me. But yes, I can't do it. See, look at me. I'm getting frustrated. I'm getting frustrated right now that it has to be a certain specific way. And the big reason is because Vinny will be cutting wood and he's going to be sanding. And anybody that's done sheetrock knows that sheetrock dust from the plaster does not go away for months. Some you think you cleaned everything, and then you'll touch something and be like, how did I get that stuff over there? So I'm going to jump to the back end. That was a 16-0 vote. All right, so that's in. We're going to have the annual TV and movie. All right, so I'm gonna bring you guys over to this way I can show you. I'm gonna bring you over to the community, and I hope you guys come over here and join. What I did again, it hit me after looking at the form. I was like, there's just something not right here. What I did was, when I created the form, I wanted to give everybody everything, just like Ebenezer Scrooge at the end of the 1938 version of A Christmas Carol. Everything for everybody. So I made tons and tons and tons of categories, and I over-categorized it where a whole bunch of categories were just not being used, and other ones were being used over and over and over again, which we want to see. We want to see people building and talking and doing all that other stuff. Uh-oh, the wife is here. So what I did was I consolidated one time, and then it still didn't feel right to me, so I consolidated again. So I still kept this, the introduce yourself. If you join, we want you to introduce yourself. This way we know who's here and stuff like that. So these are all the same general ones. Private, don't worry about that. That's for us, for our board suggestions. When you give us board suggestions, we keep them in there. This way we know. I cut down... Did I cut down anything in here? No, I didn't cut down anything in here. What I did was I cut down... We had a few YouTube channel ones. I cut that down to just one category for both my videos and anybody that has a YouTube channel. You are more than welcome to come over here and post your videos. This way other people can see them, links to videos and stuff like that. And I'm going to show you one more thing once we're done running down this. I actually want to do it. I know it's going to bore the hell out of you guys, but there's a lot of stuff on this form you can do. So one night, maybe on a Friday night, I'm going to show you guys everything. If you want to hang out and listen to me babble about it, and we'll talk and chit chat, but I want to show you everything you can do, because there's tons and tons of stuff. This used to have, I think, 6 or 7 in here. We just cut it down to dinosaurs, land and sea animals, which something in land and sea animals would have been like when Boyd did the shark. I have a bunch of horses that Kelly bought me that I have to do, and then dioramas for it. Civilian modeling and all the rest, I took out scratch building, I took out questions and polls, and I took out tutorials. None of those were being used, and somebody needs to build a civilian plane and pop it in here. So I took that out of all of these to shorten them up. And what we did, real space, I shortened it up even more. I may even get rid of space vehicles and put spacecraft and space vehicles into one, and just have the 3 topics here. And then I did the same thing with 3D printing. I just took questions and polls out, and tutorials and stuff like that. But what I did do was I changed it up to HLI member resources. Electronics was a huge one. I mean, we had everything under the sun under electronics, which we didn't have to do. We had to have a simple topic called electronics, and you put your stuff in there. Oh, and see how I'm hovering over it? If you hover over the name, it'll have a little description. But I kept airbrushing and painting. This way, if you have questions about that. We made one category for electronics. We moved all scratch building into one category. Tips, tricks, and techniques. Tools and materials were separate. We put those into one group, so you can tell about, can ask questions down here, and tutorials are here. So we just combined it all into one to make it easier, instead of having a million different things up there. It used to be all 3 of these were in one, and it was a little difficult to find. So I put I'm going to change this at the end of the year. This is going to become the annual Chippy Awards. Kelly, we changed it. There's no more HobbyLink International Model of the Year.
What is?
It's now the annual Chippy Awards.
It sounds dirty.
It is dirty. And then group builds. This is group builds. This is where we're going to have all of our stuff. You see the annual Secret Santa, the annual Halloween group build, and then I'm going to change these 2 because I got to move stuff into certain categories once I set it up, and I'll set all those up either tonight or tomorrow, because I still got to eat dinner and go to bed because I got to work overtime tomorrow. And then I moved Christmas into its own, so it was easier to find for the present giveaway and the Secret Santa. The difference between these two is the Secret Santa is anybody on the site that wants to join the Secret Santa for the gift exchange. We do it every year. It goes off very well. There's time limits on it. This way people get their presents in time. And then on Christmas Day, we take pictures and show each other what we got. And I got some cool stuff from the guys, and I know the other guys got cool stuff too. The annual Christmas present giveaway. This is different. This is where Kelly allows me to spend $300 buying models, busts, airbrushes, whatever it may be that I could get for $300. This year it's John Dennett's Ebenezer Scrooge bust, which I've showed you guys before. But the present giveaway is only for registered members of HobbyLink International's community and those of you that actually use it. So the deal is, if you guys use the community, we want to give back to you because you're helping us out by helping the community grow and stuff like that. Just signing up and not using it and not showing anybody your builds, that's no bueno. No bueno at all. So we try to give back to those that help, the community grow and all that good stuff. Now, what I wanted to show you before, because we were talking about the YouTube channels, I actually just started a new resource that I got to add more and more. Ron's up top right now. It's a resource for YouTube channels. It's going to be, people that we all know, plus popular people. So you got Ron over here, Jalen, PJC. This is Boyd's new one, Totally Titanic. And then you got Boyd's Trekworks right here. You got Chris, Cortell, Shu, Donnie, Buckman, Spence, Eric, Dirk, Benny. I'm hoping Benny's okay. I haven't heard from Benny, so if anybody's heard from Benny, please let me know. Augie, Night Shift, and then these are just regular ones. But if you just want to find YouTube guys, just come into YouTube. And I'm going to constantly keep updating this with active YouTubers. If I find something's not active, like say Night Shift just stops. Like, I like watching Night Shift. He makes me laugh. If he stops, doing his thing, we might take it off. But this is all sorts of resources. That's why I want to do a whole day, not a whole day, but a whole couple hours of going through everything on the forums. Like, let me just jump into something real quick. And if you're asking me questions, I can't see anything right now, so I'll catch you in a second. Cartoons, figures, and busts. Okay, let's go into Omar's bust here. Now here he put it up, he's got his finished pictures. Now this is actually one thing that I didn't know about. I just recently discovered the other day. I knew this was to share, but I totally ignored it for some reason. But if you want to share somebody's post, you can to Facebook, Twitter, Reddit, all that other good stuff if you want to. But this little guy right here, I never bothered clicking on that. But what this is, it's a bookmark. So if you want to remember where you saw, Omar's Batman, and you want to go reference it back later on, you could put a message in here. Omar Batman. Omar is Batman. Label. I don't know what the labels are because I haven't used it. I'm just going to put Batman in there. Oh, it's tags. Instead of saying labels, they put tags. And then you'll just save it. And later on, if there's something, you want to check out, you go to... Now let me see if I remember this right. It's in here somewhere, and I'm gonna mess this up. I know it. There's a place for bookmarks. That's why I gotta go over this again. Search media, add media. No, resources. Where is it? I screwed it up for you guys. I gotta look it up again. I know there's bookmarks in here. Where did I put? I didn't put it. This is a thing that we used. Your news feed, new resources, new media comments. Oh, this is pissing me off that I don't remember where the bookmarks are. See? I gotta find it myself. But bookmarks are somewhere. Somewhere in here. Search, is it under bookmark over here? Oh, where the hell are they? Reactions, receive your content. Is it under my content? 3D printing displayed. I can't find it. I'm gonna have to find it again. I thought that was so cool. And I remembered where it was the other day that I found it. I was like, oh, look at this. This is cool. If I see something that I don't want to forget, I can find it. I'll find it and I'll do a show on it. Because there's so much stuff in here that I didn't even realize we can do. And I got to go over it. Now it's killing me that I can't remember where that was. I'll find it and I'll let you guys know. That's all. New media. Anything new on the site you can see. Dave was posting up his build of his Millennium Falcon. This is all new stuff, but I don't want to keep going on that. Hashtag bookmarks. Yeah, I can't. It's pissing me off. I can't remember where bookmarks are. But you can bookmark stuff. And this is the main site. If you haven't seen, come over to the main site. So that's pretty much it. I got to see what Kelly's doing for dinner. What is Kelly doing for dinner? First off, I want to thank you guys for stopping by tonight. I would recommend this kit. I definitely would. Not only because it's the Voyager. It is a very nice kit from Polar Lights. And if you do get this kit, I do seriously though recommend go watch Boyd's latest video on the E he's doing and how he lit it and how he did the windows. This ship will come out really nice like that. So go check that out. Thank you for helping me make decisions. I always want you guys to be a part of, decision making like that. The only decisions you won't be in on is what I get from you guys for Christmas. That me and Kelly decide what we're gonna get you. Very bottom of the page is useful stuff like BB codes and pins. See, even Spence knows it. I gotta find that bookmark. It's pissing me off that I did it just yesterday. I was like, hey, bookmarks, I can find stuff. And now I can't find it, so I'll show you guys. Don't forget, if you go over to shop.hobbylinkinternational.com, our original mini strobe and navigation boards, those are gone again. 4 times sold out. So those are gone until we get them in stock again, which I'm assuming will be about 2 weeks maybe. But we do have 25% off on all the other 3 boards. The Batman board you don't need a code for. That's just 25% off, and it's at 15 bucks. The other 2, if you use Labor 2021, you'll get 25% off. And it's not 25% off your whole order. It's 25% off each board. So each board will be 15 bucks instead of 20 bucks. Or somebody's at my front door. The ring is going off and the dog is barking. I don't know who's there. Good stuff, Kenny. Can we petition Kenny M to start making videos again? He's missed. Yes, Kenny May. I don't know what happened. Kenny, make videos again. We love them. We enjoy your videos. We definitely enjoy your videos. And we need another Ken out there. Yes, Ken, we can do a buddy build at one point. Ken and Ken do the Voyager. That sounded sketchy right there. That sounded really sketchy. But I am going to wait on this kit until I get more word from Lucas and Susanna over at Green Strawberry to see what they're doing with it. And once they come out with their kit, if they come out with a kit for this, I am going to get it. And I am redoing the I have like 15 episodes of that 1/537 scale Enterprise that I was doing for my nephew. I'm gonna redo that build because that kit got kind of messed up. I actually may send that kit over to Eric, Rascal's Hobby. He's like blowing things up, so maybe he can blow that one up. I already started sanding it down. Don't use the landing. I'm not going to use the landing gear legs on the Voyager. Absolutely not. It's going to be in flight mode. Flight mode all day, all night. And I am going to attempt to light it. I'm going to attempt to light it with probably the little nav and strove board. Open-ended 1/537 group builds. We can do that. Don't forget too, just because we do the official group builds, I'm gonna run over back to the computer real quick. Let me go back over here. Now you can see the back end. Forms. There is going to be a spot. This one. We're still going to have the HLI form group builds. So you guys can start your own group builds if you want, just for fun. You know, if you guys, like we have the military veterans group build. I don't think this one ever started, the War of the Worlds group. And that's another one for TV and movies. War of the Worlds can go in there. So there's suggestions for group builds. So if you want to start your own, you know, join the site, invite your friends over. We'd love to have you. You know, every time I'm on here, I'm begging you guys to leave social media. Social media is a good tool for certain things, like it's good for us promoting the site, seeing our friends. To follow you guys, mostly I follow you on here, or if you have a YouTube channel, I follow you over there. I do watch your videos. Like I said, I don't always comment because I tend to reiterate myself a lot. So that's why I don't always comment. I'll sit there and I watch. A lot of times when I'm getting ready for bed, you know, things will pop up. The good ones now are Boyd. I don't know what time you post, my man, but you post up and I'm leaving for work. And it's like, oh, look at that. Boyd posted a video overnight. So what I'll do is I'll actually watch it twice on my ride to work, because sometimes I hit traffic. I'll listen to Boyd talk about it, or I'll listen to somebody else that has a new video up, one of you guys. And then when I get to work, I'll turn it back on, and then I'll watch it. So I already know what's going to happen, but then I'll watch it and I can see what's going on. So that's how I catch up on stuff, sitting in traffic. So guys, thank you again very, very much for stopping by, checking out the kit with me. We're going to do more stuff eventually. I'm going to set up the site a little bit better. Oh, we're having pizza. I see Kelly's there. We're having pizza for dinner, so we're going to have that. She's saying pizza because that's who was at the door, pizza. So now I'm really going to say goodbye. Automatically uploads when it's done processing in the middle of the night. That's why. I thought you were up at like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning posting. I'm like, holy cow, Boyd is up late. But I'm going to go have pizza with the family. Thanks again for stopping by. Please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button if you're not subscribed. And please, 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 as always, come over to the community, sign up, start doing your builds, and keep an eye out on HobbyLink International's main site for the rules to the group builds. Everything is over there. So everybody have a great night. I shall talk to you all soon. Yes, indeed. I got to look for my end button, which is down at the bottom. All right, now have a good night. I'm off to eat dinner with the family. I shall talk to you all soon. Take care and bye-bye, everybody.